Lay back down. That was so cute. I was just going to hold your little paw. Okay, thank you. We have things to do today. So it's a big day here in the barn. We are Preg checking Trudy. We are heartbeat checking Ginger and Cool's babies to make sure they're all good and they've got a heartbeat, because Cool's just now in the threshold where we can check her. She's at day 28. Usually you can check at like 27, and then Ginger's at 36, so she's fine. So we'll check Trudy at day 15 to see if she's pregnant, see that those two have heartbeats, checking Gracie and Beyonce to see where they're at, because I need to order semen for Beyonce today if she's ready. And then I think we're also checking Erlene to see if she could get bred. So it's gonna be a big one, so hold on tight. So we're gonna check Beyonce first. She's the one that we need to be breeding tomorrow, hopefully. I already got that semen set up and everything. Which she and Gracie were both just peeing everywhere last night.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, both of them.
They're both in heat.
Do they have to, so like when you're timing them up, do they have to have a follicle that's like the same size? It just matters ovulating, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't matter what size they ovulate. They just need to ovulate.
Okay.
They need to go into heat and have a good estrus cycle. It kind of preps their uterus for when we put the embryo in.
So Beyonce is who we are going to try to do an embryo transfer with this year, like we did last year with Gracie. And she's usually a pretty easy breed. Stay still. And Gracie was last year as well. So we're going to cross our fingers that everything goes pretty much the same way it did, because it was pretty textbook last year.
Got a manure obstruction blocking my image. She's breaking records back here on manure production. It's like 3 piles at my feet.
Well, all she does is eat all day.
She is in heat, no question, and her follicle is like not as big as I want it to be.
Really?
Yeah, it's less than impressive.
That's not good.
That's a 34, it's not too bad.
If she progresses for tomorrow and we breed her like tomorrow night.
So it has to be counter to counter? Mm-hmm. I don't think she'll hold. Well, let's check Gracie, but I don't think she'll hold, and to maintain the synchronization between the two, we're going to have to push her. So it's 30,
so if
34 on the left.
If she has like a 3-9 tomorrow and you give her hysterelin, is that too small?
Well, what we want to do is try to get her to ovulate in the middle of the night or early in the morning on Saturday. So that means we would need to give that hysterelin.
Tomorrow?
Well, if we give it at 8 tonight, she'll ovulate at 8 on Saturday morning.
Okay.
And we're deep horning on a counter-to-counter shipment for a reason, and that's
right,
because we need her to ovulate right when we breed her.
Right.
To have the maximum effect. So she needs to have that shot tonight.
She's had one luteolized shot. Is there a way to like give her another one?
Well, the shot we would give her is the hysterelin to get her to ovulate. I mean,
okay.
The luteolized
There's no way to build a follicle anymore then.
Yeah, the luteolized has done its job.
Okay.
She's just kind of taking her time.
Okay.
So.
What's the smallest that she could ovulate on?
3.
Okay. So, I mean, we'll be okay. I'm telling myself that.
You're going to will it?
I'm telling myself it'll be okay.
So it's good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all good. No worries.
It'll be fine.
Honestly, if it was another mare but Beyonce, I might be worried. But like with her track record of just being a trooper breeding, I'm hoping that'll pull through. All the geldings just got out, so let me go look and see what's going on. Hey, do you need me to drive around? Okay, yeah, I gotta go real quick.
All right.
So I'm gonna try, all the geldings just got out somehow. So I'm gonna try to drive up here and go slow and cut them off over here and just kind of
How are you?
push them back towards the gelding lot. Good Lord, it's never a freaking chill day. I'm gonna just The big thing when a horse gets out, people panic and go nuts and like chase them. And that's not what you want to do. You want to keep your calm and you want to think it through. And you want to do what's safest for the horse. Might not be the quickest. Hey, boys. Hey, boys. Hey, boys. Hey, boys. That would just be a mess. If they got back here. That's 300 acres of open space. It's like a little bit off, but Nate, will you see if you can, it's this one. It's this one that needs to go, like this needs to open up so that it can go and be perfectly straight. There we go, that's enough. But the horses are calm right now, so I'm like not even wanting to really move because I don't want to get them running. Makes for good TV. God, we can't ever just have a day. Just a chill day. I thought that they were done. Nope. Nope, boys. Go back. Go back. That's actually better that they're going in there. They'll just put them in that pasture.
Let them go in there. Move that gate. Open that gate.
Yeah, the vet's out. Luckily, we had the mares and foals out. That's how that works. We had just pulled the mares and foals from that pasture to check them. So now they had that open to be able to put them in there. Okay, we're good. We could have probably caught them easier right there, but what just happened was the best case scenario, just putting them in that other pasture, because even having them over here freaked me out because we've been doing a lot of maintenance on these fences right here and we don't have a gate right there. And look at how big of a gully that is. And it's rocky and it's uneven and I could just see broken legs. And that's why when they came over here, I was like, pushed them the other way. Check horses now.
We got a heartbeat.
We do?
Yeah.
Sweet. So while we were out playing cowboys, they did check Cool, or he checked Cool, and her baby has a heartbeat. So that's a win. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Y'all were way up there in the back 40, and me and the other what's his?
Well, because there's no fence over there, and they could have gone to the back 300.
Back 300.
Yeah.
Well, we were down here manning the ship. We were directing traffic. The lady in the golf cart was running the roadblock.
Well, we went down there because there's like major gullies and like a big ditch right where they were going. And so I had to go cut them off because it was not, they were going to be, if they got through it without hurting themselves, then they were just going to be
gone.
Because if she has like a 3-something and we do an overnight and not counter to counter, we could breed her Saturday. Mm-hmm. We checked her at the beginning of the week and she already had a lutealized shot. And she's in heat, has great edema, like has all the factors except her follicle was like non-existent, like not even measurable a couple of days ago. So if she built one quickly and we can breed her this weekend, today's Thursday, so if we ordered her semen tonight, they did overnight, then we'd get it on Saturday. Could breed her Saturday evening or Sunday morning and hopefully time it right. Riled up. I see a follicle.
Yeah.
I just don't know how big it is.
33.
Oh, good. So we can do an overnight and breed her on Saturday.
Hold on, we got 2.
Of course we have 2. That's just the way it goes this season.
That one's at 38, so she's progressed.
So we'll do a Saturday breeding?
Well, it's going to cost you a little extra money, but we're already going to be here breeding.
To do counter to counter?
Yeah, and then, I mean, she's moving so fast. She went from having nothing to a 39 on the left and a 33 on the right. I don't think she would ovulate before we got it, but I think, I
You want to be safe.
To be safe, you would breed her tomorrow night.
Let me just go ahead and order it, like, right now. Come on, honey. Gracie's such a good girl. Always. So doing the embryo transfer, and hopefully it all works out, but we're going to breed Beyonce tomorrow. So we need her to be a day behind Beyonce. We want her to ovulate a day after her so that when we go to do the embryo transfer, her uterus is perfectly like prepped to handle and take care of that little 7-day-old embryo.
Yep. She's in heat. Everybody's in heat.
Good. I mean, I knew they were. They were all just peeing up a storm last night.
So don't give her a shot until tomorrow.
Okay.
She's got a beautiful follicle.
Sweet. Is it too big? Or is it the same?
No, it's beautiful.
Sweet. Do you have a picture of it? If not, that's fine.
49, yeah.
Cheapest horse in the barn and just does everything we ask. She clear in the rear?
Clear in the rear.
Look at this cat. Just, oh, we missed it. He was just lounging. You need to get in here, little buddy. Come on. We're trying to make you a sibling, not a full sibling. We'll have different daddies. It'll be a full sibling to Finn. Okay, do you want to do Ginger heartbeat next, or do you want to do Preg check of Trudy?
Let's Preg check Trudy.
Oh.
Did you count days on Ginger?
Yeah, 36.
Oh, we're good
Yeah,
ways.
we're good with Ginger.
All right.
All right, Trudy. This is the one I'm nervous for right now. We need you pregnant. When you go in to their cervix, can you before you even see it, can you kind of tell by the feel of their cervix or
Not this early.
Not this early?
When they're day 17, 18, they'll have really good tone. You can feel a baby bump. Gotcha. But this 13 day or 14 day is the size of a marble.
Gotcha.
And it's inside that uterine wall. Their uterus,
Gotcha.
doesn't have any real characteristic to it. But I think I did see an embryo right there.
We got one?
Yeah, and it's small, but like I said,
she's 14 days post-ovulation, I think.
Zoom in for me. There you go. There's your baby.
She has some tiny cysts, doesn't she?
Those.
With her being so young, are those cysts? I think I've asked this before.
Did she double ovulate?
Wait, she had 2.
Great. I think she twinned.
She twinned? But they're not identical, so they're separate, right?
Well, I think I just saw one in the right horn, too.
Great.
There's the right horn.
So twins are no good with horses. And if we had done if we had already planned ahead to do an embryo transfer, we could flush them both and put them into 2 separate mares. But being day 15, far too big to do that. She's already going to be implanted in 2 days. So we have to do what we did with Ginger and reduce one. These mares are not making this year easy. I forgot we're doing it today.
Yeah.
I forgot
right
that
now.
We do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do it right now, and then we give her Banamine for a couple days, right?
Yeah, I wanted to have a dose of Banamine.
When we give it to her late?
Yeah, I'd like for you to give it right before you guys go to bed, full dose. See, I've got her where I can feel the entire uterus now. She's still trying to squeeze on me a little bit. So the one in the right horn slid down to the body, and it looks good. I'm going to leave that alone.
Okay.
And then you got one at the tip of the left horn, which is convenient.
Because then you don't have to feed it all the way down to the tip.
Right.
Have you ever delivered twins?
Yeah, we have had twins before. Usually it's a moderate to severe disaster.
Yeah.
When they do make it, one of them usually does really well, and one of them is usually sickly forever. Occasionally, both of them will be okay, but most of the time, one is really good and one is not good.
Have you ever had more than like 3 sets of twins in one single barn?
No, you're breaking records.
That's stupid. Like, that's not normal. That does not happen all the time. And Erlene has a possibility of it because she's got 2 follicles that are mature. So,
Let's check her next week just to make sure.
yeah.
Double up on that Regimate for 3 days and then Banamine tonight and tomorrow morning.
And everyone always asks if sedating them and then letting the babies nurse is going to make the babies drunk. No. Nope. Now, there is some like super strong stuff, but we're not using that. Like this stuff wears off within 45 minutes. So that would take longer for that to get to her milk than that. Like the day it opens.
So we're day 36?
Yep.
Okay.
If all goes well, she'll be out in the pasture running around with her niece or nephew, which is really funny. No, not niece or nephew. Sibling.
My prediction is this is going to be the nicest baby you have next year.
Oh, yeah.
That's my prediction.
No bias.
No bias. Just speaking the truth.
He may be saying that because he collects the stallion that we bred to. You collected the specimen we used that day. So checking her baby for a heartbeat.
So she's pregnant. The heartbeat is in the center of that blob that's at the top in the dark circle.
Cool.
And there's a flicker in the middle of the blob.
That's the heartbeat. 2 confirmed heartbeats, 1 confirmed pregnancy. Just gotta make sure that twin sticks. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully in like about 3 weeks from now, we have 3 more confirmed. Yes. I would like to say I could wrap up breeding season early next year, but I can't because all these mares are gonna be stuck foaling in April, and then we're gonna be trying to get their foal heat or their like directly after foal heat and panicking.
I need some positive energy.
We do have this one that will be possibly late February. So she'll be early, and we have 2 mares to breed next year. So we could be like 3 babies bred and confirmed before the other ones are even born. Hi there. I need to request a counter-to-counter shipment from Good, Better, Best tomorrow.
We are on a waiting list and a long waiting list.
Okay.
So I can put it on the list.
Okay.
Don't know what we can do for you.
Okay. She could hold out till Saturday if that's the problem.
No, it's not. We're only going to collecting tomorrow, whether it's counter to counter or FedEx.
Gotcha.
Same collection.
Gotcha.
So,
okay. Well, if you.
I can put her on. What mare is it?
It's Red Carpet Debut.
Once we collect him in the morning, I can let you know one way or the other.
Okay.
I think we've got 4 or 5 people on that list already.
Okay.
So, just happens to be his biggest day so far.
I know and this is like the 3rd time trying for this mare. It's so frustrating. But it looks perfect, which is sad. But if you could just let me know ASAP, that'd be great.
Okay, I will. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good day.
Definitely breeding Beyonce tomorrow to VS Good Ride, which is Finn's sire. So full sibling to Finn. Erlene, the stallion that I'm breeding her to is like the hottest hunter under saddle stallion right now of the time. And right now is like the hottest breeding time of the year. So, I called hours ahead of time of what I need to get on the list, and they already have a waiting list. So cross our fingers that the 4 mares ahead of Beyonce don't need it tomorrow. So the stallion that we had bred Ethel to, her baby died this year. So generally you get a rebreed if your foal never stands and eats by itself. You have a live foal guarantee, but live foal meaning a foal that thrives. So that means that I get a rebreed for Ethel, but we are not breeding Ethel. And so a lot of times stallion owners will work with you on that and like allow you to use it on a different mare because you already paid them. So I'm gonna see if she's gonna let me use, because I love Easy on the Eyes and would have chosen him for Erlene, but in that time period when I was booking a stallion for her, he was booked up. And so they leave room for rebreeds. So let me just see.
Hello?
Hey, is this Sarah?
This is Sarah.
This is Katie Van Slyke. How are you?
Good. How are you, Katie?
I'm good. And I actually just sent you a Facebook email or message, and I was like, I'm going to call her one more time. So when you said that we could do a rebreed, did you mean this year?
This year or next year, whatever you needed.
Because I had already booked my Mayor Red Carpet debut to Good, Better, Best before all this even happened. And she's like ready to go. And his wait list for tomorrow is like a mile long. I had already, like, I'm not joking when I say like Anakin was my number one, but I was like, well, like you were booked, you know, way ahead of time. So I was like, maybe this is just like the stars aligning. So do you think I could get a counter to counter tomorrow?
So that's the only thing, we don't do counter to counter anymore.
Okay. She could hold. So here's the thing. We were trying to do counter to counter tomorrow because I have another mare getting bred tomorrow and it just would have worked out. But she could probably hold till Saturday.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Just send me the shipping address just so I make sure I have everything correct.
Okay. Perfect.
And if you want to confirm, we are 100%. Yeah, we don't have a ton of mares tomorrow. So
Okay.
no problem.
Perfect. That would just be awesome. So gonna do a wrap up and have my cute little helper right here. And today was a doozy, and it's still a doozy. Tomorrow is gonna be a doozy. I'm trying to like horse show. This is what I get for trying to do a horse show in the middle of breeding season. It just doesn't work. So let's just go through what happened. So both Ginger and Cool have confirmed heartbeats, which is just like such a win. So that means that we really aren't worried about them anymore. They're on Regimate, we're good. We won't be checking on them or doing any more ultrasounds. So they're both confirmed. We confirmed Trudy's pregnancy, but she had twins. So we had to reduce one. It looked very easy and successful as far as that goes. So we will check her again in 7 days to make sure that she held on to that other twin that we left behind. And then, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Gracie and Beyonce are matching up perfectly. So we are going to breed Beyonce tomorrow evening to VS Good Ride, which is Finn's sire. So it'll be a full sibling to Finn. And then 7 days later, we will do the embryo transfer. So watch out for that. And then with Erlene, she's like ready to breed. And I called the sire, the stallion, to be able to book her tomorrow. And they have a waiting list a mile long. And I had to rebreed to a stallion that I bred Ethel to last year, Easy on the Eyes, who I would have loved to have bred Erlene to this year, but he was like booked up real quick. And so I called her because I had to rebreed to him, and she said it'd be fine if I used it on Erlene. So they're sending it to us, and we're going to breed her on Saturday. So that's a lot. That was a lot. And in the middle of it, we had to be cowboys and go wrangle up a bunch of geldings. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions. I have questions. I can't even keep all this straight. And then stay tuned because we are going to be breeding, you know, Beyonce and Erlene in the next 2 days. And then we're going to be doing the embryo transfer and still having all this like checking for heartbeats and checking for pregnancies because, you know, Indy got bred yesterday. It's just, it's a lot. So hope y'all enjoyed. See you in the next one.